With this, we shall do our first jump into the nebula. The FTL our first FTL playthrough in the Kestrel A officially begins now. There you go, our first jump. Meow. And it is immediately an iron storm. So guys, I told you at the start, the nodes are a little bit different from node to node. Sometimes you jump into a hazardous environment, and this is a hazardous environment. It is an iron storm. What do iron storms do? They halve your reactor, the available energy that you can distribute to systems, and that is totally crippling in your first jump because you don't have enough energy. If it is halved, you are down to the essentials, and the game expects you to win a fight against. Oh my goodness, let's have a look at their... What? This is ridiculous! Okay, so the event description says, you arrive in the middle of a plasma storm. Despite the harsh conditions, a rebel scout seems to be waiting for you. And they are affected by that too. Yeah, it's insane. So let's pause this here real quick. That is one essential game mechanic here. You have the power to pause the game, and you should at the start of every battle, so that you can discern what you are up against and how you better fight them. Here we have, I think it's a charge laser, and oh, is this a heavy laser or something? So they have shields running and their charge laser running. And we don't. We have evasion up. So yeah, we will beat this with our burst laser, no problem. Problem is though, who shoots first? So Han shoots first, that's obvious. But we want to have shields. So we took the engine out of our evasion. Evasion is 0 now. We don't have oxygen running, so that's why the oxygen percentages is going down. But it's fine as long as oxygen is above 0. You can use this as an extra resource, so to speak. And we only have our burst laser, not our missile systems ready. But that is due to us needing to put 2 energy into shields. Actually, I didn't say that at the start. Shields work like this. You need always 2 energy in the shield systems to get to power 1 level of shields. So each 2 energy bars in the shields power 1 level of shields. So that you don't get confused by it. But hey, you have 2 energy bars in that. You should be on level 2 shields. No, that's not how it works. Okay, so and the burst laser takes also 2 energy, and we only have 4 energy left. So this is why I distribute the energy like it is. Alright, let's hope that our burst laser will be ready before their charge laser charges up. Let's see. You can see that displayed here on the enemy ship and in our own weapons here. The charging up of the weapons is done by a bar that fills up, by a red bar that fills up, and if that color turns into green, then you can shoot. And at the moment, our burst laser is at 3 or 4, and their charge laser is at 2 or 3. Haha, I should be better off. Let's see. But at the end, I think we will both shoot at the same time. Okay, so we are ready to shoot. And now what you do is you press the button of the burst laser of your weapon, and your cursor changes into a crosshair, and then you can target your weapon onto a special room of the enemy ship. And what we want to do is we want to get the weapons off our back. So we go after their weapons first. And now you see the wondrous burst laser 2, the power of the burst laser 2, it powers 3 lasers. So what happened here is the first laser took away their shields. They had 1 level of shields, and the other 2 lasers also hit and destroyed their weapon systems. Or half destroyed it, you know? Destroyed systems appear in red, and if they are only half destroyed, they appear in yellow. How can a system be half destroyed and not fully destroyed? Look at our own weapon systems. We have 3 energy bars, and each weapon does a certain amount of damage. At the start, I usually do 1 damage per hit. I think I'm a little bit too dark. Am I not? Yeah, you let me know in chat. So each weapon does a certain amount of damage, usually 1 per hit. And if you are hit for 1 energy bar will be crossed out red as destroyed, right? So if they were to hit me once in the weapons, I would still be able to operate my burst laser, but I would appear yellow for him because it is partly destroyed, but not fully. Alright, let's continue on this path. That was awesome. As you see, I shot once and then the recharging process continues. There you go. I hit their weapon systems once, and for each damage that I do to the ship as a whole, their hit points go down too. So the next volley is ready. There you go. Now it appears in red. They don't have any weapons left. My oxygen is still at 50%. You see the rooms that we can see that we are currently not in the fog of war. They grow more and more red, or go more and more into the red, as opposed to being bright white. And that is because the oxygen is pumped out of it. If they reach the full red, then no oxygen is there anymore. So, something special happened here. I'm totally dominating my enemy right now. And they see that. Sometimes they, you know, are reasonable. And because of that, they offer surrender instead of being totally destroyed. Please don't kill us, we will give you everything we have. And usually the offer is crap. But the way this works is, in the earlier sectors you get lesser rewards for killing your enemy at the end. Right? The deeper you go into the universe, the bigger the rewards get. So at the start, the offer are actually better than what you get for a total destruction of the enemy. And this shows here definitely because they offer us 6 missiles. That's huge. 2 drone parts drone parts is the most expensive resource that you can have. And 9 scraps on top of that. If I were to destroy him, I maybe get 1 fuel, 1 missile, and maybe 10 scraps. So that you can see what this offer here is in relation to what I might get if I won't accept that surrender. So this is a great offer and I will take the surrender. I will take the offer. And that's it. We stop the hostilities. I can power off the shields and start getting back the oxygen. You can see I powered the oxygen system and the oxygen percentages go back up again. I also open up all doors between the rooms so that the air can flow. This is actually simulated here. So this is not just a space adventure, this is also an airflow simulator. G-Pudding says, Jordi, I know you like lemon lime, but that color is clearly orange. Yeah, okay. Systems that are partly damaged appear in orange. Goofy Gumdrops, hello, thank you for joining us today. We are playing FTL, I'm explaining a lot. It is the hard mode. And this was our first jump here. Classico, are you quoting Star Trek 5, I guess? Was that a quote of Scotty? Video options are available. Yes, I saw that the viewer count went down. Hooray! Hooray for video options. Thank you, Dark Dallas, for the feedback. Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to actually power up the shields before I jump away. So that they are immediately ready when we jump into the next sector. The Space Vacuum Simulator says spurious ETD. Yes. Classica says I'm quoting Scotty and I won't stop. You can do this all day. You can do this all day. Yes, and no damage. No damage. Also, I want to do really see. So we got what was it? 6 missiles. So we are at 14 missiles now. That's pretty good. That makes it comfortable to use the Artemis system for the next few jumps. And we got a few drone parts, that's awesome. And we have 9 scraps here now. In relation, if we want to level up, let's say, doors, we need 25 scraps. So yeah, we need a couple of jumps to afford the first few improvements to our ship. Not so pro tip for FTL. The first thing you want to do... Oh, look at this! Oh! You might wonder what happened there. The enemy ship exploded, and that is... And that's exactly... Here's why. My weapons caused fire over at the enemy ship, and they were not able to put this fire out in time, so the fire did more and more damage and brought it down to 0 health. So they literally burned in hell. Sharon Radiac. Bethesda asked, yeah, wait, what? I think as long the oxygen system works, it will give air to all ship segments, open door or not, yes. Yeah, you are right. If the O2 is on, it will give air to all rooms. It will just be faster if you open the door between rooms. If you close them, that doesn't mean that there is no airflow anymore. There is, but if you open them, it will be faster. The exchange between the levels. What it actually does is it compares a room to its neighbor room, and if the oxygen levels differ, they try to balance them out, right? That is why you should always make a connection if you are building oxygen back up. I think that's what Sharon Radic said. Dogma 5. Classic course said, it's borderline on the simulator, Captain. I cannot guarantee that she'll hold up. I can see the Scotty in you. It says, yeah, it will always supply all systems, but if you open the door, it equalizes the air levels faster. Yeah, that's what I said, actually. Yep. It's useful if some rooms get drained and other than... Yeah. We are not playing Faster Than Light, the Long War Beta 15D2. That's not what we are playing. Let's correct that. Oh man, lots of Moobots for pass today. There you go. That should have worked. Yay! Success. Alrighty, back into FTL. FTL Long War? No, it is not the Long War. Moobot isn't Moobot when it's not drunk. Yes, Larios, we all know that. All streamers know that. Guys, really? Am I not too dark? I'm always, you know, I have the same color as the universe here behind me. Nah. Sharon Radek said classic core, and wait, D-Pudding said D-Pudding said at Dark Daedalus. Yeah, it took about an hour to make just the first jump. Yeah, that's me, guys. Okay, what I actually want to do now is I want to take the power out of oxygen and put it into burst laser. No, that doesn't work. Damn it, we need energy in the engine so that we can make that jump actually. So forget about what I just did. Let's just jump to the next nebula location. That's our second jump after 1 hour. Hooray! And this is the second type of encounter that you can have in a node. This is actually not an enemy, or not yet an enemy, but an event that happens at this location. So let's read through it. You jump into the middle of a plasma storm. Again. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadows, briefly illuminated by the lightning. And I have two options now. Manually search the wreckage for survivors and equipment, or avoid the risk and wait to jump away unscathed. So I won't avoid the risk. I mean, we have to take every opportunity for scraps that we can get in hard. So we'll manually search the wreckage for survivors and equipment. Hey! Within the ship graveyard, you find one ship that seems relatively untouched. On board, you find an unconscious passenger and take them back to the ship. Once awake, they offer to join your crew in thanks. So we found resources. 1 missiles, 1 drone part, 9 scraps, and Gruzoli, the Mantis. So there are different races in this game. There's also a race simulator. Humans are pretty generic and they are all almost a blight onto this universe. They are so generic, they don't really have any good skills. I like to say humanitis to them. This one here is a Mantis, and what a Mantis does, we can see that in the crew tab. The Mantis disregard for individual lives led to their evolution as a vicious warrior race. They inflict 1.5 damage, 1.5 times damage in combat. They have 1.2 times move speed and halved repair speed. So they are no good engineers, Classic Core. So they won't make good ensigns in engineering. But they are good at battle. And they move fast. So who wants to join? Who wants to join? In chat. I will rename our Mantis. Who wants to become... Is it an insect? It looks like it has 6 legs. But I think these are not legs. Who wants to become the Mantis? Let me know in chat. First come, first serve. You guys are playing the Captain Chief Engineer Miracle Worker thing. Sharon Radiac and Classicore, nice. I cannot change the laws of physics, Captain. I've got him 30 minutes. Name him G Pudding, he already has G in his name. Alright, I have to say G Pudding was the first. So G Pudding it shall be. Congratulations G Pudding, you have become a mighty warrior. And as mighty warrior you shall handle the shields. There you go, now shields is mend, which gives us faster recharge rate. Save this. It's good that we didn't have a fight, because it's again an Iron Storm. We had 2 Nebulas and both of them had Iron Storms in them. Sweet. So now we go back here. Still no fleet behind us because, as I said, it slows the rebel pursuit significantly if you jump into Nebula locations inside a normal sector. Okay, on to the next. Note, what do we have here? A slaver ship offers us a new crew member. You recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you laborers for cheap. And if I had enough scraps, which I don't, I could have bought them, but this option is grayed out. Or I can attack the slaver scum or ignore the slaver and continue on my way. So ignoring is out of the option, so there is really only one solution to this. Attack the slaver scum! Hello Mother! Hello Lethal Vapors! Thank you for joining us today. We are playing some good old FTL here. Sharon Reddick says, Dyson Sphere episode. Yeah, that was the Geordie Scotty dialogues. Yeah. That was an awesome episode. Actually, I like that Scotty wanted to make himself useful on the Enterprise later on and couldn't. Geordie Jones, by the way, shouldn't your character be engineer instead of pilot? Yes, but Classico wanted to be Scotty, so I let him. Jordi is also good at being the boss. There is one episode, I think it was in the first season or the second, where they went down to Minos, the Arsenal of Freedom, I think was the name of the episode, where he takes over a command, and he does it pretty well. Classicor says the first try takes no orders except those of Jordi Jones, and if you make any attempt to board or commandeer the Enterprise, it will be blown to bits along with as many of you as we can take with us. Lethal Viper says, one of my favorite games. I say it every time when it comes up. FTL is automatically at the top of my top games of the year. Every year. Automatically. So FTL is for me the game of the year 2015. Although it is a game from, I don't know, 2011 or something. Nah, sharing the exact Classicor. Well, with Jordi Jones at the helm, self-destruct is almost guaranteed at some point. Okay, attack the slaver scum! Oh, let's power our weapons and all our systems here. God damn it! So, what we see here, this symbol here, you haven't seen it before, this icon here, shows us that they have a drone system installed. And actually they have a pretty nasty drone on this system that is a combat drone. They send it over, they go through shields, and when they land, they breach the room they land in, and yeah, they are pretty good at combat actually. So we are losing oxygen in this room, we are sending the Mantis to fight this. And let me see, what can we afford? They have only one, they are very weak in offense otherwise though. They have just one single laser, so we don't need our weapon systems equipped. So we will also send Dark Daedalus in. So G-Pudding and Dark Daedalus, destroy this. This ugly pile of metal. Yes, so what we did here is we damaged the drone system enough so that this combat drone actually powers down. I don't know if you can see that on the stream, but it is, you know, it went down into a dormant position. So now we can just hack away at it until it explodes. So the oxygen in this room is now completely sucked out into space. You can see that because there are, you know, diagonal lines, and our people are now losing health. So I will send Dark Daedalus outside so that Dark Daedalus doesn't suffocate. Back into medbay to heal up. That should be enough. Send him back, and G-Pudding now. No, you continue repairing. Because that breach is still there. Okay, the breach is now gone. Now we can take care of our wounded. So so what's the problem here? I'm thinking about training on this ship. What happened? Windows somehow wanted attention. Okay, so I'm thinking here about training on the ship because they have only one laser. So that laser can... all this laser can do is shoot into my shields. But if they repair their drone system, they can send another drone if they wanted to. So I will first proceed to destroy their drone system. And then maybe train a little bit. Everyone back to their stations. Open all doors to get oxygen back into door. Oh! Oh! I heard them enough so that they again offer us a surrender. And they say, we surrender, take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway. Accept their offer, or surrender is not an option. Now, usually you want to accept additional crew. Oh shit. Usually you want to accept additional crew, but They only offer us a human. And as I said earlier, humans are pretty uninteresting and pretty boring in FTL. So I don't know if I want to take that additional... I'm hoping for an NG somewhere. So no, I don't take that. I want scraps. G-Pudding, Jolly Jones, shoot! No, it's not a rock crew member. It's Humanitis. It's Humanitis. Spurious ECG. So I won't take surrender here. Alright, so the drone system is down. So I will let them shoot into our shields a little bit. Every hit into the shields levels up our shield commander or our shield officer. Here. Shields are currently... Oh no! They repaired it and there is the drone thing coming in. No! Okay, this is not suitable for training. I will destroy them now. Alrighty. So the engine room is actually big enough to take 4 persons, so I can send my warriors back into the room to fight this thing. And I damaged the drone system again enough so that this guy's the combat drone is again dormant. And the ship is destroyed. The oxygen is out of engineering. The slave ship is destroyed. They won't continue their evil trade, but many lives are probably lost on that ship. Bummer. So we get 2 missiles, 1 drone part, and 22 scraps in the first sector. That was totally worth it. Totally worth it. Okay, the breach is repaired, so everyone please go to Med Bay and heal up. Open all doors, please, to get the oxygen back into that room fast. Everyone is healed up to back to 100. I can power up my second weapon system and everyone back to their stations. Sweet! Okay, oxygen is now back to 100. Close all doors and jump to the next next node. Poor slave, says Flyos. Yeah, why did they offer me a human? Guys, this is... Wait a second. Is this a little better? It's still not good enough, right? Okay. How's this? This is a little better, right? Now you can see me. Alrighty. Spurious ETG, why not use auto fire that Jones? You only have the 1 weapon powered. Spurious ETG, yes, it's just more like a habit to manually do stuff. On to the next node! So what do we have here? A missile shoots across your bow. When the jump completes, your scans quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. The pirate hails you. Damn it, we weren't expecting company. Stay out of this and you could profit. So accept the bribe, or try to be a hero, attack the pirate. So if you are new to this, don't take the bribe. There is potential double reward in here, in that when you destroy these... this is a general rule. If you get into a situation where one ship shoots at the other, try to intervene, and maybe you can get double rewards by destroying the pursuer, getting, you know, the scraps out of, out of the ruins, out of the wreck, and then you proceed to contact the victim, and they might actually be grateful enough to also give you resources. So no, I'm going to be the hero here. Nothing else is actually... Would you have expected anything else from this? Sharon Reddick, at the start I would usually go for all crew I can get, says Sharon Reddick. Yeah, but there are other needs. There are other needs that needs to be taken care of during hard mode, Sharon Reddick. And that is level 2 shields and all the other things. And seeing that the scrap rewards are so low, scrap is actually more useful than on normal runs. Spurious ETG, Jordi does not automate, says Sharian. Jordi Jones, you don't have any lamp or something on your table. Yeah, I think it's okay right now. I'm having the studio lights at me. Yes, Bonomat, you put it... That's precisely the reason why the light was off. Less light, less heat. Unless they have really huge missile cannon, then please do accept the bribe. What? No, they have bombs on them. I don't understand, Angermoth. I don't accept the bribe, right? Or they just give you their gratitude, says Spurious E2G. No, that is another event, actually. Ah, and now I understand you, Angermoth. If they have a huge ass missile system, then you might consider taking the vibe. Yeah. And with Bethesda, you're also right. If I am down to 1 health or something, then yes, then you accept the bribe. But usually you are in a good enough condition to take on the fight. Classico, I don't know actually. I was never interested in Starfleet Academy. I have that. Didn't I show you? I have that Star Trek collection box with a lot of Star Trek games on it. And one of these games is Starfleet Academy. It actually has like 5 or 6 CDs. And I never came around to install this. So maybe one day, Classico, it's always possible. The new dude that is supposed to stream on GOG today, is that Hayark? But I don't think he's streaming today. I think Hayark is streaming tomorrow. I don't know. I know that Outstar is streaming after my stream at 8 o'clock in the evening. Substituting for Megapieman. That is the current situation. Maybe Megapieman shows up again. The problem is Megapieman a few days ago said, hey, I have some hardware problems, I have to log off, and since then was never seen again. I know this is poor Megapieman, really, because I can feel the pain if the hardware is not running anymore, or if you lost your internet connection completely. You're totally out of the game, and you can't even tell your mates that you are not available for more streams. That is the horrible situation he's in. And I wish him best of luck that he can make it work again. So, as it stands right now, Outstar is streaming for Megapieman tonight at 8 o'clock on GOG.com. Central European Time. Ah, Video Game Carnage, yes. So, let's get on with the game here. We definitely take them on. We have all our health. Well, this is actually not a question. They didn't have a huge ass missile system. Bombs can be quite a pain too, but we can handle it. So what else do they have? They have a transporter, so we brace ourselves. Let me see. I think we can spare Dark Daedalus to go into the door system. Now the door system is manned and the doors won't allow an intruder to go through. Unfortunately, they beamed directly into the doors, but that's actually good because now we can take G-Pudding, our warrior, and fight the rock person. So rocks are actually high in constitution. That means they bring a whooping 150 health points with them instead of the usual 100 that a human has. So they are a lot more work to win against in a melee fight. So we have to be careful fighting this guy. Alright, so our weapon system and shield system are currently not manned, but that's not a big problem. That means our shields recharge not that fast, and our weapons are also slower in recharging, but this is not a race against his weapons. So he definitely only has one laser here that he can shoot. So it doesn't matter if we shoot afterwards, after him or before. Okay, he's going down fast. We hit the weapon system, but not before the bomb was allowed to shoot. No, we brought down the bomb before they got the chance to bomb us. And we killed the intruder. Awesome. We take the energy from our missile system, put them into medbay and heal up our warrior fighters. Dark Daedalus didn't even get hurt, so Dark Daedalus can return to the weapon system. Our burst laser is ready. Bam! And now the weapons are offline. The weapons are offline! Okay, and... what was that? Ah, yeah. Okay, so, G-Pudding got healed up again, so we can put G-Pudding back into the shields room. We heard a slong in the background. That was actually the sound of the clone bay. That is another icon that is new to you, that I haven't explained yet. This is a transporter room where they can transport into our room, and this is the clone bay. Actually, if you have crew dying on you, the clone bay can bring you back, or a clone of you, to be precise. That takes a little while, but in a few seconds, but then you are back, and only slightly less skilled than you were before the cloning process, and we can prepare for the intruder to come over here again. So that's why I'm sending Dark Daedalus once more into the door system, and they jumped into the shield, so I don't want to have him destroy our shields, so I will fight in the sensor room once again. Okay, their shields are off, and my next target for my burst laser shall be the clone bay, so that we don't see him again. So, burst laser ready. We killed him, and now their clone bay is offline. They only have a few seconds to bring the clone bay back online, so that he will be cloned. If they can't get clone bay operating again in that time, he will be dead for good. Let's hope that's the case. Okay, let's power up medbay again. And let's prevent them from repairing clone bay. They repaired it, but I hit it again so that they didn't have time to clone him. Let's see. Fine, our previous offer was not generous enough. Let's improve it, they say. Accept the more generous bribe and leave. I would get 5 missiles, 1 drone part and 8 scraps. 5 missiles is actually pretty generous, but the other things are not that great. And as I said, you have a chance at double reward that will be way better than what they are offering here, so no, I still reject the offer. And I will destroy them. So we succeeded in preventing them from getting their rock person back. So yeah, I can finish them off now. Bam! Ho ho ho! Here comes the scrap. 20 scrap. That's awesome. What's going on? Why is this first sector so generous to me? I don't understand. With this, I can afford my second level of shields. The pirate explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. You go to examine the ship you just saved. So we got 20 from the pirate ship. And what are the poor guys saying to us? Thank the heavens you showed up. We don't have much to offer as a reward, but our engineer should be proficient enough to patch your ship up a bit after that nasty fight. So we got a free repair from this. Not that we needed it, but okay. We got 20 scraps from one ship. That is huge in Sector 1. So let's have a look. So if you want to upgrade our shield system, we have to actually take a look at this window here on the right. Currently we are on level 2. Or let's say no, let's not. Currently we have a maximum of 2 bars allowed to be powered in the shield system. And we have to upgrade to 4 maximum bars allowed. That would cost us 50 scraps. And then, on top of that, we actually need the power to power these bars. And that will take us an additional 40 scraps to get 2 more power bars. So in total, we will pay 20 scraps, 50 scraps to get to... yeah, 20 scraps and then 50 scraps to get to level... 50 scraps in total to get to 4 power bars in... of 4 maximum allowed bars in the shield system, and then on top of that we have to pay 40 to improve our reactor to get 2 more energy bars that we can then put into the second level of shield. So, long story short, we need 90 scraps to upgrade to level 2 shields. I mean, we technically have 1 additional power available to us if we don't power the Artemis, but, well, let's discuss this later, right? So let's wait for more scraps to come in. Go, here we have a distress signal. We haven't found a shop yet. Let's hope that it's somewhere up there. So my route that I'm planning on doing is going down here to the distress signal and then explore up here, and then when the fleet comes up here I will head down to the exit. Actually, this is the first time you see the rebel fleet if you are new to FTL. As you can see, they are coming in from the left here, and this area here with the arrows show you where they will be the next turn, so you can easily discern if they catch up to you or not. Alright, let's move to the next node. Bethesda says, Jordi, because it's a trap and it will screw you over later. Yeah, that's good drama here. Good drama. That's actually the basic rule for drama is before you can take pleasure in seeing people falling down, you have to build them up first, right? The higher they are, the longer they fall. And the lower they fall, right? Basic principle of drama, and that is what FTL is doing to you constantly. So yeah, I remain skeptical with Hether 04, don't worry. Okay, so what do we hear? You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Yay! We intervene, of course. That's what we are here for. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage your ship, and it looks like they only have ions, but they also have drones. So that could be a combat drone or something that adds to the attack power to the ship. We will only see what drones they have once we start up the fight. So let's see. They have a beam drone. And, oh, this is actually pretty... That is, oh. This is a beam too, actually. That is dangerous. Because, okay, I will explain the weapon system real quick. They have an ion weapon here. That means ion... shoots, and usually it hits the shields and will disable 1 level of shields for a certain amount of time, for like 5 seconds or so. So during this 5 seconds you will lose that 1 level of shields, and as we only have 1, so that actually when I say lose that level of shield, that means during that time no recharging will happening. So you lose 1 level of shields, and for 5 seconds recharging doesn't start. Usually it starts immediately when it gets hit by a laser, but if it gets hit by ion, there is a delay of 5 seconds. And during that, because we only have 1 level of shields, it will take away all of our shields with 1 shot, and then the beam drone will have free reign over our ship. It looks like a fire drone even. And cause havoc inside of our ship. So yeah, it is important, very important, to destroy... Well, We couldn't prevent it because their weapon shoots faster than ours. Let's see if we can disable. Yes! We disabled the combat drone. And it is a fire drone actually. So as you can see, as you saw, the drone fired at this room and caused a fire in here. Luckily for us, it was immediately next to the airlock. So we opened the doors to a space that makes the oxygen flow outside and yeah, suffocate the fire. There you go. I'm actually greedy here. I'm not using a missile. I want to stockpile on missiles, so I'm saving this missile shot to and wait for my burst laser to be active again. There you go. And now I hope to destroy the iron weapon. Cool. It is completely destroyed. That will take a while for the automated ship to repair that. Automated ships like this don't have any crew. They only act by an installed AI, and they take a long time to repair. They do repair after a while, but they take a long time. Okay, the fire is out. We can close the doors again. And now we are making sure that the drone doesn't come back up. So both systems are now destroyed due to our trusty burst laser 2. And now we will shoot at piloting, and that will be the end of it. The ship breaks apart and you quickly salvage what you can. 3 fuel, 1 drone part and 8 scraps. And double rewards, finally! The output hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help, we've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this on the house! Free stuff! So another 3 fuel, 1 missiles and 17 scraps! It's double the amount you get from ships. Usually. Ah! Nice! Now I have 85 scraps, almost enough to afford me another level of shields. That's awesome. Okay, let's see what this distressing. Although, you know what? I want to upgrade now to level 2 on shields. See? And buy me 1 additional level of energy. So if we are in an emergency situation, we can take 1 additional energy from our missile system or from our evasion to get a level 2 shield up. Always better to have options, you know? So let's see what this distress signal is all about. Usually it's not a good idea to do this because you don't know what's up next, and there are events out there that require you to have a little bit of scraps. 15 is not enough, and there is actually a very good event that lets you buy fuel for cheap, and you want to have a little bit of scraps at the ready for that. But as I'm seeing that the next node that we are jumping to is actually a distress signal, so these kind of events won't come up there, so that's why I did it. So there you go. Distress signal. What's up? What are you distressing for? You have encountered a refugee ship drifting in space. It looks as if it was fleeing the rebel advance and ran out of fuel. Its distress beacon is active, but you are not sure anyone is on board. And its communications seem to be down. Prepare to board and investigate! No! You bastards! As you investigate the ship, you are attacked by the now cannibalistic crew. Driven mad by lack of food, they have turned to feeding on each other. As you fight your way off the ship, one of your crew falls to the crazed attackers, and you are forced to leave them behind or else lose your entire ship. Dark Daedalus! You have been eaten. My apologies. You took one for the team, Dark Daedalus. Well, now we have to redirect G-pudding to the weapon system to fill the gap that Dark Daedalus left behind. Alright, that was a glimpse on how cruel FTL can be. You take one false option, one wrong option, and one of your crew is gone. No blue options, death, says Spurious ECG. Okay, Sharon Redick, okay, I shall note that down in my mind. So what the people are talking about in chat is that's what I referred to earlier. Humans are boring. Usually that's one reason is because they don't give special options for events. When you run into events like this and you have you meet certain requirements in, say, crew or equipment, then you will get a special option. They appear in blue. That means they are not there all the time, only if you meet the requirements for them. And usually they lead to a good reward or a good outcome. So this apparently was an event that you never get a good reward out of it if you don't see a blue option. Bummer. Hello Delvin Zero, thank you for joining us today. Playing some good old FTL here for you guys. Yeah, nobody 1-on-1. I thought the same, and hello to you too. You can get lucky in that event even without blue option, yeah. Hello, Captain Jordy says Garrett 24601. Greetings. Thank you for joining us. Alrighty, okay. So we lost a crew member, but let's make the best out of it. And continue jumping. I don't want to go there.